How old were you when you tattooed your face?
Uh, I didn't do it until I was like out of my apprenticeship and everything. So I was probably I was in my early 30s, I think. I'm 39 now, so yeah, it was a while back. But I had like a lot of stuff just on my arms and legs, like even wearing long sleeve shirt, you wouldn't be able to see anything. But after I became a tattooer, I just went crazy.
I get to
So,
do whatever I want.
but
Sorry, that's
I
the
kind
rules.
of did it. I think mentally, I kind of did it on purpose to like, there's no turning back. Like, this is what I've been wanting for so long. Now I have to do it. No turning back. Done.
I feel you with that. That was kind of like that Hanya where I was like, yep, I'm doing this.
Exactly.
Fuck it.
Yep. I finally made it. Dream come true. Tap my face. That
I
was
was
how
actually
it was.
talking to Liz and Antonio about tattooing my hands just shortly before this because I turned 30 this year and I wanted to get them done like around my 30th birthday.
Sweet.
But we'll just see whenever that fucking happens. So
you have it. Do you have your arms going right up to your hands now? Is it like right?
So this one pretty much.
Okay.
Like, to there, and then I've got some space. This is filled in like forearm in here, but I've got kind of like this awkward elbow to wrist gap on top. But
okay,
I'm gonna try to do something like bigger there. But yeah,
sweet.
I don't know. Are there the rules that you have to have your fucking sleeve filled in before you?
I don't follow any rules.
No rules.
No rules. I just go for it. Whatever you want to do it.
Yeah. But I will already have a bunch of other like hand accessory tattoos because I have my knuckles done, and then I have like this little palm tree on my middle finger.
Okay, sweet.
And then I have an eyeball.
The palm. I haven't done the palms yet. I'm scared.
Fucking sucks. By the way.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I think I'll get my brother to do my palms for me. He's got his done, so I'm like, all right.
That'd be a good activity right now before you get back to tattooing, man.
Exactly. I could just let it heal.
So my 2 cents on it is like, it's wild while it's happening, but after it's not so bad. It just feels like you like beefed it on your bike into some gravel.
That's what I can.
Scraping up your palm when you're a kid, like that. That's all it feels like. It's just like sore.
Yeah.
Well, except for you see some people that like fucking do their whole goddamn fingers and then like all over their thumb and shit, and I'm just like, dude, are you just like, do you have like a mitt? You just like some kind of giant padded glove that you wore for the next like 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's like one of the worst hand ones are right above the nail bed. Killer.
Yeah.
I don't have anything crazy, just like a couple of little dots. But
how long ago did you do those ones?
What'd you say?
How old are those dots?
The dots are probably like a year or so.
Right on.
Yeah.
Stuck around pretty good.
Yeah. Turned out good enough for a hand. All my other finger tattoos are probably more than 10 years old. They stayed all right.
It's funny, man. My wife's got this one on the inside of her finger. It's like a queen of spades, like Q spade, little right here. And this guy so he was working at Southside when I was hanging out there and kind of got my apprenticeship there. The first one that didn't pan out. But I was talking to him, and like, turns out he just sucked really bad. He was just fucking terrible. And looked at my art portfolio from when I was like in college before I joined the military and was like, oh, your shit's really good, which he only thought because he sucked really bad. But he did that tattoo on my wife. And dude, for a finger tattoo, it's rock solid. Like, dude, I watched that guy fuck up so many tattoos, like wildly, like just chew people to shit.
I feel like
my wife's got this one tattoo from him, and it's rock solid.
I feel like that's how it is. The people that suck, they do one tattoo in like a crazy area and it stays perfect. Oh.
I think sometimes like some spots that are wild, like you just gotta lay it in there in a gnarly fashion, and that sometimes, like as a like really professional tattooer, you don't want to like fucking blow shit out and whatever. So maybe you're like too cautious sometimes, and then it doesn't stick around. But like blowouts don't fall out, you know.
I think I've heard a bunch of people say, as far as like fingers go, that you gotta kind of blow it out a little bit, just a little bit to get it to stay,
dude.
Which is a weird way to put it, but I guess it kind of makes sense.
Fingers definitely tried to do too much on knuckles and had to redo them multiple times. And Yeah, that's fucking lame. So that
I
I'm like learning my boundaries on like what to say no to sometimes for that kind of stuff, because I
yeah
can definitely be the like, yeah, fuck it, let's go, let's figure it out, man. But then when that person comes back and it's like, dude, it fell out again, you're just like, uh.
yeah. I'm kind of the pushover with that kind of stuff. I'm like, you want to do what? Fingers? All right, let's do it. Whatever. I just
I
do it. I just tell them. I just make sure they know, hey, it might fall out. Let's just do it again if it does.
remember this
So,
one time there was a this fucking huge ass Navy guy that he had some lettering on the sides of his hands like this.
oh, that's the
Dude,
worst.
he was a uh, what's it called, a boatswain's mate. So like they work the deck of the ship and shit.
Okay.
Um, so dude, he was this huge fucking hoss of a dude, and he just like lifted shit all fucking day. And yeah, they fell out, like couldn't see that he
Mm-hmm.
had been tattooed. And he was like, "Hey man, like I want to get my feet done," because he wanted like the pig and the rooster Navy tat, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, "But I want you to also touch up my hand." And I was like, "I'll make you a deal. We'll do your feet first, and then if you still want to do those hands, we'll do them." And then I
There you
didn't have to fucking tattoo his hands, because nobody wants anything fucking tattooed after they've gotten their feet tattooed.
The feet are
I still don't have
brutal.
my feet done though.
My whole body is pretty much covered, besides like a couple of small areas, but I don't have anything on my feet. My feet are wide open. I'm
Not
so
ready.
scared to get tattoos.
Not ready for it. Not ready for the foot.
Not ready for it. Yeah, I have both ankles pretty much all the way up to my thighs done. My
Dude,
feet, I'm just
I have one that's like on an ankle that Matt from my shop did. It's
mhm.
super solid, but I broke my ankle a while ago, and I have this gnarly scar that runs like right over top of it, and the tattoo is
uh,
over it. And dude, there's red in the scar, and it's solid. Like, dude, it's hard to see the scar because it's fucking tattooed straight over. But when he was doing it, I was like, holy shit, man. Like,
he's in there. He's in
fuck
there.
me.
That's kind of how you have to do some of those areas, I think. I mean, it's just those bony
It
areas
is.
just feel that.
Get it.
Yeah. That's how I feel like feet are going to feel. That's why I'm not doing it yet.
Yeah, man. I want to do my feet, and I actually kind of know what I want to do.
Mhm.
I think I may have talked to him about it. You know, Brett Burnham, he owns Chapter House in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
him to like do some kind of gnarly cityscape, like across my feet, both of them, like just kind of his style.
Just let him do his thing on that.
Yeah, but like,
That'd be sick.
I'm scared. He did a fucking awesome tattoo on my wife. He did like this X-Files scene, like Scully and Mulder with like a UFO behind it.
Okay.
So fucking badass, man. If you go on his shit, I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah.
But it healed
Yeah. He did.
super good.
My old apprentice Tom that works at Brightside, he did a big piece on his arm, and it's so sick.
Yeah, dude. Spot those fucking things from a mile away.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you get a lot of your tattoos from people you work with or people around Baltimore? Or?
So most of my tattoos, I'd say like most of my arms and legs were done probably in the later 90s, early 2000s from people that I work with now before I started tattooing. And since then, I've just got little tattoos here and there. Then I've got older, I'm like over getting big tattoos.
Yeah.
So I'm getting little tattoos here and there from coworkers, but I've just started going out and getting tattoos from other people that I like, and not just people from my shop. I've only done that within the last couple of years.
Fucking, is that a scorpion on your forearm?
Yeah. So this is the result of a quarantine. Myself doing it to myself.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. I'll just kind of show it a little bit. So I got a bunch of blast overs right here. I don't know if you could see it.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of really old stuff from like the late 90s on my arm. So I was like, went to get my stuff in the shop the other day, and I was like, you know what? I was really bored one day. I was like, I'm just going to tattoo myself, set everything up, started working on it. And then I was like, told my girl, I'm just going to work on it for a couple of hours. And I looked, it was like 3:00 in the morning. I was still rocking and rolling, just going for it. So I just did a bunch of filler, black work, did some blast overs, just bored. It's terrible. I was just missing tattooing so much. I was like, I got to have the machine in my hand again. And, you know, of course, 10 seconds into it, I was like, this is a terrible decision. Yeah, I told my brother the other day, when you come back down this way one day while we're in quarantine, we're just sitting tattoo each other for a while one day.
Why not?
Get some old stuff. I haven't got like real serious, like, especially like work on my arms done probably in 10 years. So it's all like
kind of
real
blasting over everything.
Yeah, it's just real old stuff. It's stuff that I wouldn't like rework. Stuff that I would probably like cover up, and I was like, screw this, I'm gonna do some bunch of blast overs over it and do a bunch of black around it. You know, it's pretty cool.
You ever fuck with laser?
No, kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I
think
would
I'm
do
gonna
it.
laser my chest though.
Yeah, I would do it. I have a couple of me that I would want to laser. I'm just cheap and lazy. So
Right on.
yeah.
A while before all this shit, this dude came by the shop, and he said he had a laser place out of Alexandria, because apparently the laws are different in Virginia for like the laser machine or whatever. Like apparently in Maryland you have to be like a doctor to operate some particular thing, and in Virginia you don't. So he's like, hey, I'm not a doctor, but I have run this thing in Virginia, and he was like trying to get shops to kind of like work with him, you know.
Okay. I've heard of other people going there or to something in Alexandria or somewhere around there, just something very similar to what
his portfolio was really impressive, just as far as like he's like one treatment, like, and I've seen a bunch of stuff, dude, that looks like a scar of the tattoo after the fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and it's like, oh yeah, I fucking went to 12 sessions to essentially get this thing fucking like blowtorched off me. You know what I mean? Like,
sounds terrible.
What's the fucking point? You know?
Exactly.
You're just gonna be all beat to shit at the end. You know?
Exactly.
But being in the military, people always had to get stuff lasered off for, hey, I want to go through this officer program, and they don't allow whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they have to. They'd fucking go to like 12 sessions and always talk about how fucking painful it is. I'm like, fuck all that, man.
Yeah. I've definitely had a few that I'll like, definitely laser off, but then I just, like I said, I get lazy and I'm just like, I'll just cover it with something later. I got so much stuff like practice. I've let so many people like practice on me. That's kind of how all my tattoos are. My legs are nothing but like people practicing. I don't care.
I definitely have one that's like half covered up, way high on my thigh from when I was just like in the barracks when I was still in. Wild looking, like just.
Yeah. I have a few that are like that on my thigh too.
I borrowed a machine. This is like way before I knew anything. Like, I borrowed a machine from like my staff sergeant, and like he's like, just don't tattoo yourself with it. And I was like, I'm gonna do that anyways, because I had like a barracks room to myself at the time, so I just like went in there over the weekend, not doing shit. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll figure this out real quick. Yeah. Fucking, it's wild looking.
Is that how you started tattooing in the military?
Technically, yeah, but it wasn't at that time. It was kind of a little later. I did my apprenticeship while I was stationed at Fort Meade. I was teaching at one of the schools there, which is kind of like the most structured schedule that you're really going to get in the military, because the classes are particular times and everything. So whenever I wasn't there, man, I was apprenticing in a shop and cleaning tubes and doing the thing.
What shop was it at?
So I started at this one shop that doesn't exist anymore. That was in Glen Burnie. It was called Southside Tattoo.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then I left from there to a place called One Shot Tattoo that's in Edgewater. It's still there. And yeah, I was there for like a year and a half, I think. And then I got a job right before I got out at a place called Dark Horse in Baltimore that is also not there anymore. Is there anything that you're selling commission-wise, painting, anything else? You said you just did your tattoo raffle, so maybe we did this episode like too late.
I did the raffle already. I've been doing like character commissions, like family stuff. I'm gonna get ready to start advertising, doing like pet portrait commissions, stuff like that. Yeah, really anything design-wise anybody wants to hit me up about. I've been just kind of dipping my feet in a little bit of everything, just to try to stay busy.
What's the best way for people to contact you?
probably Instagram or Facebook. Instagram at ROTatpat, ROTATPAT. And then my Facebook, you could search under the same thing.
Cool. Is there anything else you'd want to put out there before we call it a day?
No, man, I'm just really pumped to be able to do this. I've been wanting to do one of these for a long time. So,
yeah,
really
dude.
cool.
Well, now that we're linked up, I'll fucking make it out there, dude. I promise. I've been meaning to forever. Obviously, like I know all you guys and what you're doing. And that shit.
Everyone else from our shop goes up to Black Label, so it's my turn to go up and get tattooed.
Dude, let's hang out and drink beers when it's beer drinking time again, and we'll fucking kick it.
Sounds good.
All right,
sounds
dude,
good, man.
I appreciate you. I'll message you when I have it uploaded and everything.
All right, cool, man.
All right, man. Catch you later.
Thank you. Yeah, bye-bye.